Hello, I'm Yolanda Vazquez, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now in our studio is Sara Buckheit. She is a post-adoption program manager with Children's Home Society of Virginia. Sara, it's a pleasure to welcome you here to our studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk a little bit more about your organization. You have been around a very long time, dating back to 1900. Can you give the folks at home an idea of who you are and some of the services that you provide?
Absolutely. So Children's Home Society started as kind of the traditional orphanage to take care of the needs of children who needed adoptive families in Richmond, and we've morphed to meet the different needs that we have today. That includes birth parent counseling, foster care adoption program to allow families to adopt children from the foster care system, our post-adoption program that I work in to help support those families in meeting the needs of those children that they adopt who've often experienced trauma, and then our Possibilities Project that is in partnership with Better Housing Coalition, and that supports youth who've aged out of the foster care system.
Tell me a little bit more about the birth parent counseling.
So we work with pregnant women or their significant others to help them understand their options and their abilities with their pregnancy.
Okay. And then the whole preparing people for foster care or helping them out, assisting them in those efforts. Can you tell me how that works?
Sure. The state has mandated requirements for families, so they go through a significant training, a process called a home study where we learn more about their family to make sure that they have the abilities to fit the needs of an adoptive child. And then we help learn what kind of child would meet their family and what kind of child they're looking for and help match them up with that child.
How great is the need?
It's greater than you'd think. Virginia is one of the worst states in the whole country for children aging out of foster care. I think we're currently 49th in the whole country of children who exit the foster care system at age 18 and don't have a family to support them the rest of their lives.
Well, that leads us to that Possibilities Project.
Yes,
so when you age out, it's 18?
18.
Out of the system. What happens then? What does a child do or an adult do at that time?
There are some options to stay in the foster care system, but usually at that point the kids are pretty frustrated. They don't have a lot of supports, and the outcomes can be really negative. Increased risk for homelessness, incarceration, pregnancy. So we really wanted to build a family-like atmosphere with the Possibilities Project to help give these kids a chance to really achieve their potential.
Well, it's something you take for granted if you didn't grow up that way, and then you did grow up in a loving family. You don't realize that. The post-adoption program, that's specific to this area?
It is. We received a grant 3 years ago. We're working on our third year to support families. These kids have experienced abuse, neglect, and significant levels of trauma. So the type of parenting skills needed aren't necessarily what we're equipped with naturally, and that's where we come and help out.
I know you said you've been with this organization for a few years now. What is it that you like the most about what you do or what the organization itself does?
I think the ability to work with families who are really trying to do a great thing in adopting a child or a teen is what brings me to the office every day, looking forward to what I do.
Yeah, it gives you the greatest joy. If people want to find out more information, where do you recommend they go?
They can check out our website, chsva.org, or our Facebook page.
Wonderful. Sara, it was a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for all this wonderful information. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And that'll do it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Yolanda Vazquez. We appreciate you tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.